Welcome to our daily reflection for this Saturday, November 1st. And today is All Saints' Day, is how we kick off November. And it's a beautiful day. We think of all the saints. And Jesus, of course, in the gospel today gives us the Beatitudes. And this is the pathway to holiness, to becoming a saint. And it's about valuing the right things and striving after the right things. And of course, it's about the meek, the pure at heart who will see God. And we have those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, and those who are persecuted. And basically, it's all these contrary to the world ways of success and happiness, because it's not about striving after external goods, fame, wealth, cars, houses, things. It's about internally seeking God and God's truth and goodness, and that leads to happiness. Because happiness is not about external things. Nothing external can make you happy. It's internal. It's being right with God and right with others. And the saints embody that. That's why they are filled with beatitude and happiness. And John, in the book of Revelation, with our first reading, sees the saints in happiness, in beatitude, in heaven. And he sees 144,000, and then he sees a vast multitude from all the nations. And so he sees the saints who come from Israel, and then the saints that come from the Gentile nations, and he sees this great vast multitude. And then one of the angels asks him, as he sees all these people with palm branches, which is a sign of victory, and white robes, he says, "Who are they?" And he says, "Lord, you know. I'm just a visitor here. I don't know." And he says, "These are all those who've survived the great distress that is life in this world, and have washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb." Right? Which is our baptismal robe. And so they have become white and pure by the blood of Christ. And so these are those who follow Jesus Christ. And these are the saints. And then you get this beautiful Psalm 24. Who can ascend the mountain of the Lord? Those who don't desire worthless things. So it's reordering our desires from things of this world to the eternal good, to the good of God, the good of others. And who are pure, and whose hands are sinless, and they receive the blessing from the Lord. And then we have this beautiful reading from the first epistle of John, chapter 3, where he says, "Beloved, see what love the Father has for us, that we should be called children of God." And so we are. What we will become is yet to be revealed. Now John, who writes the book of Revelation, writes the book of Revelation after his epistles. It will be revealed to John what we become later on, because we shall see him and be like him. But at the end of the book of Revelation, John does get a revelation of what we shall be. We're given now in the new covenant the dignity of being daughters and sons of God by adoption in virtue of our baptism. But what we shall be is the bride of Christ in Revelation 19. We will have union, and the church will be betrothed to Jesus. And so that is the great unveiling and revelation in the book of Revelation, is that the church becomes betrothed to Christ. And so we are united with God. And so the saints show us the way, and that way is Jesus Christ. To love God and to follow him with all of our hearts and to pursue him in the path of the Beatitudes is the way to true and lasting happiness. So let's pray that God may give us the grace to desire eternal goods and to desire God himself, that we may share in the beatitude of the saints in heaven. And this is a great day to pray to the saints for intercession today. Pray for that grace for those who need it, and for yourself, that you may join them in beatitude. May the Lord bless and keep you.
This daily reflection is brought to you thanks to the generous support of the Mission Circle. Join the Mission Circle to help Catholics worldwide understand, live, and share their faith. Sign up at missioncircle.org today.